One of the hardest things I've ever done in my life is facing reality. To be told that I was not handling my life acceptably by a professional that had the power to take my children from me was a real kick in the teeth. The shock of being totally exposed when I thought everything was neatly hidden away in a tightly closed closet brought my whole life to a grinding halt. That point was the lowest I have ever felt in my entire life. My whole body, mind, and soul felt weighted and paralyzed, like I was totally incapable of doing anything. In hindsight, the worst day of my life was also the best day of my life because it forced me to think for myself and take action. I stopped blaming my abuser and instead refused to accept the abuse. I ended my reliance on the victim status card and replaced it with a desire to learn how to stand on my own again. I realized that with every experience, there's a choice. There's a choice in how I respond to it. There's a choice in how I think about it. There is a choice in how I handle it. I learned that there's no right, wrong, or normal in life, not in the sense of a certain set of rules or steps to follow that bring the same result. Right, wrong, and normal are individual choices that we are all responsible for. That isn't to say that there aren't certain expectations or socially acceptable ways of doing things and treating people, but ultimately, we all make our own choices openly or in our minds. We are our own person and thus responsible for all things pertaining to us. The cold, hard truth of life is simply the fact that we are all here to live, and that means taking responsibility for our life as a whole. Our thoughts can create barriers if we focus on negativity. Our actions can send the wrong message if not governed by our thoughts. What we do and how we handle ourselves in public and private says a lot about us. The life we live is up to us. No one has the power to write your story unless you give it to them. And that, my friends, is the cold, hard truth.